Hi, I'm Connie Townsend, group fitness instructor with the Wenatchee Racquet Athletic Club, doing another at-home workout. Today we're going to be using a round band. So they come in different resistance levels. You can find them at the sporting goods section of any of the bigger stores. We're going to be using that in a bit. First we'll be warming up. We're going to work all of our muscle groups in the body. And then toward the end we're going to sit in a chair and do some other exercises using the band. So if you have a sturdy chair, have it ready. And if you have a round band, or even if you have a long band, you can tie it to make a round band. Let's start with a warm-up. Let's start with a low impact jumping jack. So you're just pulling back or pulling down, kicking out. Start low impact, and then we can get a little bit bouncier as we go. Starting to warm up all the muscle groups, all the joints. 8, 7, 6, 5. Let's go into knees up in front. Now really get those arms swinging. Bring the knee up. Maybe start real low. And then as you get warm, bring it higher. So start pulling your navel toward the spine. That starts to activate all the core muscles. 8, 7, 6, 4. We're just going to do a step touch. Now pull back. That starts to get the back warmed up, shoulders warmed up, stretches the chest a little bit. Starting to get the heart rate up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Now go back into that jumping jack or modified. So this is modified. Just get those arms pumping. Or you can do a jumping jack. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Knees up. You can make it bouncier now, or you can keep it low impact. Totally up to you. Eight, 7, 6, 5. Step touch. Pull, pull. Really get those back muscles working. 8, 7, 6. No, keep it here for a moment. Now, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Jumping jacks. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Knees up. 4, 3. Step touch. 4, 3. Back to jacks. 4, 3. Knees up. Step touch. Now really enjoy the big range of motion you have right now. Because in a little bit, we're actually going to add a band to those movements. 8, 7, 6, 5. Got one more set. Jacks. 4, 3. Knees up. step touch. All right, stay here. 4, 3, let's come to a stop. Now, turn those toes out. We're going to take one leg and sweep it across. So you're starting to stretch in the hip, in the low back, in the leg. We're activating kind of the inner thigh. One more. Now let's make it a crescent knee. Come across, out, and down. Cross, out, down. Get your balance. If you have too much trouble, go to a wall. We're trying to stretch that leg all around the hip joint. One more. All right. Let's go to the other side. Sweep it. So you're leading with that instep of the foot. Your toe is turned out to the corner. One more. All right. Spin across, out and down. Loosen up. And this increases your stability. Anytime we're on one leg, it really works that. Couple more. Woo! All right. One more. Jumping jacks. 4, 3, knees up. 4, 3, step touch. 4, 3, jacks. Remember, you can do these low impact. 4, 3, knees up. Get them up. Step touch. One more time, jacks. 4, 3, knees up. Big arms. Woo! Step touch. All right, we're gonna work our legs a little. And then we'll do another stretch. 4, 3, 2. Let's step in. Now our toes are gonna face forward. We're gonna be stepping out to the side, bending this knee, keeping that one straight. So it's like a one-legged squat. Your back stays straight, your shoulders back. Other side. So keep it small at first, not very deep. Now the most important thing I want to point out, push down through that heel to get back to center. Keep the shoulders back. So we're working in those quads, hams, glutes, and inner and outer thighs. 4, 3, 2, one more. Now we're going to stay on one side. We're going to come into a side lunge, knee up, down, knee. So let's get your balance increased. Push through that heel, remember. You Don't let your back round. 4, 3, 1 more. All right. Now back into that lunge. Let's make it a stretch. So one leg straight, one leg's bent. Your back is straight. Chin stays up a little. Woo! Now, back to center. Let's drop down. Straighten the legs. Bend. Head stays above the heart. Stretching those hamstrings. Let's come up and hold. Ooh, lengthen those muscles. And bend. Let's tuck and roll. Okay, it's that other leg now. Gonna come into that lunge. Knee up. Takes quite a few of them to get your balance. There's a lot to think about. Just bring that knee straight up in front. 4, 3, 1 more time. Woo! All right, let's come on over. Stretch. So you lengthen that spine. Your back is nice and straight. Shoulders are up. Go back. All right, let's come to center. Tuck. Stretch the back a little bit. Round that back. And up. And this is where we grab that band. So, kind of go a little lighter than maybe you think you can do, because we'll be doing a lot of repetitions of things. So, goes around our ankles. Now, an easy way to do that and keep your balance is to get low, put it under one toe, then under the heel. Okay, then other foot. Under the toe first, then lift the heel. So flatten it out so it's nice and comfortable. If it starts to bunch up, just take a moment and flatten it out again. Okay. Going back to our jacks. Let's do a low impact. Now get the feel for that. It's going to pull on your body. As you lift that leg, it's pulling on the other one. So you need to be careful with your balance. So we're getting the heart rate up again. Let's try some knees up. So now you have to pull on something. It's harder to get those knees high. Arms are still swinging. Now flex your ankles, keep the toes up so it doesn't roll off your foot. 4, 3, 2, step, touch. Woo! Just step out as far as that band lets you. Working everything from your core down. Not as big of a range of motion as before. So keep it small. 8, 7, 6, 5. Now back to the jacks. Remember, you can just keep them low impact, or try jumping your feet out maybe. Woo! That's tougher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Knees up. Really gets the heart rate up. Belly button pulled in because your core is very engaged right now. Those core muscles help to lift the knee. 4, 3, step touch. Hips are starting to feel fatigued. 8, 6, 5. Whew. All right, so just loosen them up, let them rest a minute, and maybe straighten out that band. Okay, I'm gonna do some side squats. We're gonna go from narrow to stepping out to the side. Now it's different than that side lunge. We're not leaving this leg straight. We're gonna step out, sit, pull in. Both legs bend, shoulders back. Out, in. Keep that chin up a little bit. Use those arms to help you balance. Five, 4, one more. All right, feet start narrow, but then they're gonna step wide. So slow, it's out, out, in, out, out. Keep those knees bent a little. We don't want to be locked in the knees. Step out as far as that band will let you. One more at this speed. Now, faster. Out, out, in. Maybe get low every time. Wide feet, narrow feet. Whew. Almost there. 4, 3, 2. Now slow, other leg, out, out, in. So it's the other lead this time. Really working the outer and inner thighs. So much going on around the hip joint. All those stabilizers. All right, make it faster. Out, out, in. Heart rate's back up. Woo! 4, 3, 2. All right, let it rest a moment. Keeping them around the bands or the ankles still for just a little bit longer. Now, let's widen them out just a little so they're not just quite hip width, maybe a little bit wider. Toes are forward because we're going to combine a squat with a side leg lift. Not a very big one because we're banded and our feet are a little wide. But our toes need to stay forward, so don't let them turn out. Okay? Here we go. Down, side. Now, other side. Keep the ankle flexed. Keep the hips neutral. Trying to make the hip joint work, not up here, although up here is working too. Woo! 4, 3, 2. Shake them out. All right. Now, it up to just right above the knee joint. So not right on the knees. Takes a little bit to get it to flatten out. So it's not right on the knee joint, it's just above, right on your thighs. Okay. So, I'm gonna do a little regular squatting. But with the band around the knees now, it's gonna pull those knees to center. So we're going to concentrate on bringing them out, lining them up with the feet, keeping them wide as we sit down. So feet are facing front, you're wide, you can adjust how wide, down, up. Pushing through those heels as you come back up, shoulders stay back. Now when you come down, it's very easy to come to your center, but we're overriding that. Keep on tracking with the feet. Use your arms for balance if you need. Woo. One more. And pulses. Draw the navel back. Weight is in the heels. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, down and up. A lot of big muscles working, so your heart rate's up again. Your brain is working because we're trying to keep those knees out. 4, 3, 2, down and pulse it. Keep them out. Keep the navel drawn in. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and up. All right. Let's bring it back down. Carefully step out of that band. We're going to keep the heart rate up. But look, we're unencumbered. So we get to do our jacks, our knees up, and our step touches the easy way now, without the band. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, knees up, big arms, step touch. Now on these you can add a heel up and back if you want, make them bigger. Jumping jacks. 4, 3, knees up. Step touch. Jacks. 4, 3, knees up. 4, 3, 2, whoops. 4, 3, one more set. Jacks. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. Knees up. 4, 3. All right. So keep it here. Step touch. Arms lower. So, back to our band. Grab your band. And now, it's going to go around both toes. We're going to do some deadlifts. tricky. So you get narrow. You come into a low squat, deep squat. Put it around toe and a toe. All right, so far so good. Now, come down, grab it, both hands. Straighten out the legs a little bit. Your back is straight, your shoulders are back. Let's just come up, down. You may not be able to go very far. So from the side, back stays straight. We're working in the back of the legs, the glutes, the low back. Shoulder blades are pulled together behind you, like you're trying to squeeze them together. Head is neutral. Woo. And 4. Pull that navel back. 1 more. Now carefully take them off. They're up in your hands now. You can widen out your feet a little for more stability. We're going to take that band in our hands. We're going to grip it, palms facing in. All right. Now don't lock the elbows, but your arms are straight. You're going to pull out. Do a pullover. Up and down. Now loosen up the knees a little, because we want that pelvis neutral. And I'll show you from the side. We're just swinging those arms. Not pushing or pulling. We're working in the shoulder joint. But because we're pulling out, we're working in the sides of the shoulders and the arms. We're working as we lift and lower, we're working in our back, our shoulders, our chest. So everything in your upper body is getting work. Keep it up. Keep pulling out. Inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, keeping the pelvis neutral. Woo! Roll those shoulders. Loosen them up. Now let's roll them forward. And then end up kind of hanging in front. You're going to tuck the chin, roll down a little bit, just slide down that leg, get those shoulder blades to relax. All right, back up. Because it's a small band and it doesn't go very far, we're going to do pull downs, but one arm at a time. So we're straight above the body. Pull the arms back so we're not working out in front. Loose knees, neutral pelvis, your tailbone's under just a hair. Now, elbows are going to stay a little bit bent. One arm is going to hold steady as we pull the other elbow down. Then alternate. So by holding the band and anchoring the band, that's working here in the shoulder and on the stabilizers in the shoulder. The arm that's pulling down, it's actually your back muscles that are doing the work. And don't let the body get into it. Don't tilt to the side. Stay still. Keep pulling back a little bit. Four, 3, 2, one more. Now, if you actually have several different resistance levels of band, you can use maybe a harder one for the legs and an easier one for the arms. Okay, not done yet. We're going to do a one-sided pullback. So, feet can be a little wide. One arm is going to anchor. Now your thumb is facing up here. Okay, your knuckles facing forward. Actually, let's bring our feet together closer because elbows out. Now don't let it tighten here. relax. Because as we bring our elbow back, we're going to let the body turn. But that arm in front doesn't move. It's like it's attached to that wall in front of you. You're pulling back and turning. So we're working in the back muscles again. It's a row. Your arm that's anchoring and holding steady is working in the shoulder joint again. And then as we turn away from that anchor, we're working in the muscles around the core. Whew. Just do what you can on these. Working with a band is really intense. It gets more than just one muscle. It's a whole combination. One more. Oh, let it rest. Whew. So we do have to do the other side. So remember, our legs are a little bit narrow so that we can get that better rotation. All right, you're holding it steady. Other arm is out, but not too high. Okay, here we go. Pull back. And it takes several of them to kind of wrap your mind around it. Your front arm does not move. Hold it steady. Turn. Belly button pulled in. Woo! Working in those back muscles, in the shoulder muscles, the core muscles. Ooh, one more. The whole upper body's involved with that. We're going to finish this little section with working the front and the back of the shoulders. We're going to do that by putting our hands inside the band. All right. Loosen the knees. You never want to stand lock knee because that makes the back arch. Now, make a little fist. Thumbs are facing up. We're going to pull the arms to shoulder width. Okay, don't let them come into the center. Bring them out right in front of the shoulders. Now, one goes up and one goes down. Woo! Now, straight up and down. Don't let them come to your center. And it's not a steering wheel turn. Straight up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Burning. All right. Now, get your chair. So make sure it's not on rollers. We don't want it to slide out from under you. Okay. Now, first little thing we're going to do is a sit to stand. We've done those many, many times. So have a seat. Now your feet, chair width apart. So line them up with the chair legs. Toes forward. And remember, with a sit to stand, your feet are not under you or way out in front. They're straight down under those knees, because when we go to stand up, we're going to lean over, get our body weight to go down into those heels, and then we push into the heels to get up. We're going to add to it. Now you can always just do some sit to stands. And then maybe later, when you're ready, you can add. Now the arms, let's see if I can get this right. We are going to, when we're sitting, palms facing in, we're going to be rowing back to like the rib cage area. Your elbows are touching behind. Or I might reverse it in a moment. Yep, okay. You're pulled back up at the top, sit. So you're combining your sit to stand with a row. Really pull, like you're squeezing those elbows behind you, getting them to touch. Pull. Remember, if you have trouble getting out of the chair, lean over a little further, Get your center of gravity forward more. Woo! Your back muscles, your shoulders, your arms, everything's involved. One more. Oh, now we get to let the upper body rest. We're going to put the band around our thighs again. It's easier to do in a chair. Just put it around one foot and get it around the other. And we're going to bring it all the way up so it sits just this side of the knee. Okay, legs are about hip width apart or so. You're going to sit on the edge of your chair if you can. Now, if you need more support for your low back, you can sit all the way back. Sitting tall. We're just going to march. So, a seemingly easy exercise, but we all know that chair exercise is a lot of core to start with, because you have to engage those core muscles to keep the spine straight and tall. Now we've added some resistance to the legs, so it's harder to get them up off the floor, harder work for the core. Woo! 4, 3, let them bounce for a moment. Now we're going to be doing like a one-legged jumping jack. So you start narrow, and it's out and in. Now let's get the arms going too. So as that leg goes out, don't just let it be a toe tap. That's not any good for you. It has to be a step out, step out, step out. If you want your heart rate up a little higher, jack arms. Now don't turn in your chair. Stay still. Leg is doing the work. 7, 6, 5, 4. Bounce it out a little. Now always be readjusting your posture when you're in the chair. And you can always readjust your band. All right, staying on one side, it's just a knee lift, up, down. So it's a little slower than a march. Keeping it on one side gets rid of any momentum we have with a march. Makes it harder on the core. Tall, shoulders back. 4, 3, 2. Now rest the back, round the back, let the core rest. And back up, sit tall of the leg. Now the band is pulling your knees to your center. So try to keep, override that, try to keep your knees straight out from the hip. Up, up. Six, 5, last 4. Sit tall, draw the navel back, make them good. Woo! All right, let them rest a little. Now, keep it around your knees, around your thigh. We're gonna go back to the jacks and the knees up. We're gonna make it a little cardio burst here though. Arms up. You can do one leg at a time. I'll show you that one first. Now knees up. Push. Sit tall. Back to the jacks. Now I'll show you the double version. 4, 3. Knees up. 4, 3. Back to jacks. So pick your level that you want to work. 4, 3. Knees up. 4, 3. Keep it going, jacks. 4, 3. Knees up. Woo. Almost done. Okay, one more set, jacks. And knees up. Tall, you're tall. 4, 3. All right. We're going to bring that band down to the ankles for one more little set. First, we're working our upper body. And actually not around the ankles. We're going to put it under the feet. So just wrap it around your feet, widen them out a little bit. All right. So we're going to do a bent over front lift. We remember your band is so tight now we can't get it up very high. And when you lean over, you need to keep your back straight, your shoulders back. Don't let anything round. Let's grab it. Okay, here we go. Notice we can't go very high. So we're working all the upper body again. 4, 3, 2. Bring the feet closer. All right. Now back is straight. Let's just sit and come down. Shoulders back. So you're doing that little deadlift again, but this time we're sitting. So it's a lower back exercise, even though you're working the glutes and the hamstrings again a little bit. Keep the shoulder blades together behind you. You can feel that low back getting fatigued. Ooh, 3, 2. All right, you can round the back and leave it around your foot. Actually, let's put it around our ankle again because we need it to hold on. You have one last thing. We're gonna isolate the fronts of the legs. We're doing an alternating leg extension. So think of yourself sitting in that chair in the weight room where you push the weights forward, straightening the legs. We're going to alternate, and we won't be able to get our leg directly straight. Just go as high as you're able. Now use that chair for a little bit of support. Nice and tall. Pull the navel in. You can sit all the way back if you need to. You're just going to alternate, straightening and bending. Up, up. Don't let the spine round. Don't sag down, sink down. Belly button, hold in. Your core is helping with this as well. Even though you're feeling it in your quads. Woo! 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, one more. All right, go ahead and take that band off. Woo. Now we're going to go ahead and stretch all the muscles that we're working. Now last one we did was working the quadriceps in a leg extension. So let's start with stretching the quads and the hip flexors. Let's scoot over to one side. You're gonna hold on to the chair. You're gonna put the foot on the toe to start and then just slide that toe back, letting that knee drop down. Trying to get it behind you a bit if you can. We're gonna stay tall because not only stretches here and here, but also up into your abdominals. Let's take that outside arm and reach up. Trying to bring the torso back a hair. Now if you can, over. Woo, that's a nice stretch down your side. All right, come back to center. Go ahead and center your body. Let's bring that arm out to the side. Actually, let's make it a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna hit the wall. Let's rotate, pull back. So that stretches around your torso. And then around front, let's bring it across. Give it a nice, constant, gentle pull. You're stretching down your side of your arm. And then turn and look over that shoulder, and that stretches our neck. All right, back to center. Other side. Scoot over. Hold on to the chair. Slide that knee back. Sit tall. Feel the stretch all along the front of the body, front of the leg. Up. You're reaching real high up there. And then over the top if you can. Back in, center. Take it at half a goal post and pull around. All right, come back to center. Let's bring it across, give it a pull. So all those muscles in the upper body, in the back and the shoulders, that did all the things like the pull downs and the pullovers and the pull backs. That's what we're stretching. Turn and look over the shoulder. And then back to center. Let's go back to our legs. So you're sitting on the edge. One leg is straight, lock the knee, pull the toe in, hold on, shoulders back, come forward and stretch that hamstring. So the back of the leg is getting the stretch this time. Keep the shoulders back. If they come forward, it kind of gets rid of that stretch back there. So your back is straight. And back up. Other side. And up. And take one leg, the whole thing, not just the foot or the knee. Step out. Don't turn. And in. Other leg. So you might find you have more flexibility in one leg than the other. That's good that we find that out so we can work on those legs. Get them even. And back to center. You're gonna walk those hands up the chair to a point where you're still kind of comfortable, but you get a good stretch in the front of the shoulders and across the chest. come back down. Let's widen out the legs. All right. We're going to put the hand on the opposite knee, other hand on the chair. Sit tall, turn around, look behind you. And then, other side. Always sit tall first. Turn. Back to center, feet are wide. Use those legs to help support you. You don't want to hurt the low back. We want to let the back stretch one vertebra at a time. So we're going to come down with a flat back, chin is up, and then at the bottom you're going to tuck and roll up. Flat back down, not too far. Roll up. Down like you're squatting down. More. Well, you worked all the muscle groups. We worked a lot on the stabilizers in the shoulders and in the hips. We worked as much, if not more, in the core. We kept the heart rate up, so you're going to get some steps today. You've burned calories, you've increased your metabolism. We did it all using a band and a chair at times. All right, have a great day. I'm Connie, and I'll see you again.